Merry meetings early. Amen. Let go and let God. The lovers. Final shuffle for our message for today. The Five of Swords. What's going on out there? In my world. 1:18 p.m. on my alarm. You got an idea? Jump on it. The Five of Swords. Keywords: plotting, domineering, elitist, vengeance, war, vanquishing. Take a knee and pledge your allegiance to the Five of Blades. The usurper sits upon the stolen throne, but fear not, because the gains from an undeserved victory will not last. Remain loyal to your allies, but be mindful of betrayal. The Five of Blades card warns us to be watchful for any unethical behavior, especially in ourselves. Furthermore, subscribing to any notion of elitism in any form to portray a sense of superiority above others is an impediment to harmony on all levels. Elitism only serves to divide us. We are all in this world together, and everyone has their understanding and realization of the world around them and the world within them. We are better served trying to understand and learn from each other instead of imposing our ways upon everyone else. The Five of Swords. No man is an island. The Five of Swords relates to the feeling of being overwhelmed and the belief that we must struggle in our quest for survival. At times like these, we may want to just look after ourselves, feeling that perhaps we might sink if we don't. After all, if we don't look after ourselves, who will? It is true that we cannot expect anyone else to take care of our needs, but too often this perspective is taken too far, and thus we may act selfishly, adopting a philosophy of looking out for number one. Many of us experience situations which damage our trust in others and lead us to believe we can only rely on ourselves. Yet it is worth remembering that love is a greater force in the world than scarcity, and that there are enough resources available to take care of all our needs. The fear of scarcity can unfortunately make it a self fulfilling prophecy, so it is important to revise our negative beliefs and trust again. The prediction: pressure will ease off. This card suggests you will feel less overwhelmed or burdened. You may have been struggling to cope with all that life has thrown at you, particularly if you have gone through a difficult time. However, the appearance of the Five of Swords predicts you will be able to soften your barriers a little and trust that help is there for the taking. By allowing others to support you in times of need, you will realize that most people are more than happy to help out. Thus, you will be inviting greater trust and positivity into your life and creating a much more relaxed and happy existence. Your guidance: be supportive. The Five of Swords asks you to remember that we are all of one soul. If you are feeling overwhelmed, then it is common to want to self protect. Yet, this does not allow love to flow freely. It is a natural human concern to want to support others in times of need. If you can lower your barriers a little, you will attract this support to you. Try to invite this generosity into your life, and not only will you be able to see the world as a more loving place, but you will also be able to move through any problems in your life with greater ease. Your problem: overwhelmed. This card suggests you may have been feeling things were getting on top of you. This may have led you to behave in a self protective manner, perhaps giving others the impression you don't need any help and that you can look after yourself. This mask like appearance may have meant that others were not able to interpret your needs, when in fact you could have benefited from their support. You may need to let down your guard in order that others can help you more. That way, you can reverse your patterns of self protection and ease your burdens in times to come. That is your opening tarot message for today, Wednesday, February 7th. Happy birthday, Aquarius. The day of Utopia, the tiger, Chariot. Aquarius, secret language of birthdays. You are human, natural, spontaneous, unrealistic, overly permissive, and dissatisfied by your traits. Your meditation. An ideal world can only be created by ideal people. An ideal world can only be created by ideal people. An ideal world can only be created by ideal people. Your personality, in brief. Aquarians born on February 7th are private people. They need to express strong opinions, but do so in gracious and non-threatening way. Others may sense that they have a private agenda they are not willing to share. Although this may be the case, their great personal charm and sweetness makes them popular. Sunsigns.org says about you, Aquarius. The February 7th birthday horoscope predicts that you are popular. The zodiac sign for February 7th is the Aquarius. Happy birthday. You like socializing and meeting interesting people. Let's read on to know more what your birthday horoscope has to say about you. This magnetic Aquarius loves being surrounded by people. It says you love people, but you also like being alone. What you do in your private time is not up for discussion. You are a sweetheart, but you are nobody's pushover. You are smart enough to trust your instincts. It is the one thing that will not let you down. Born on February 7th, you're magnetic, charming, impulsive, intuitive, enterprising, independent, and popular. Aquarius, the water barrier. February 7th birthday personality loves to travel and discover new things. You know there are better places to be than where you are right now. There is more to life than what meets the eye. Aquarians born on February 7th have a flair for the unusual. Your distinctive style expresses who you are on the inside. You do so that others want to be like you. You are a charmer with a great sense of humor. All these qualities make you popular amongst your peers. Oftentimes, people think you are unfriendly. This is far from the truth. You are very well liked. You are just curious by nature and you have a broad imagination. February 7th birthday personality suggests that you have very little tolerance when it comes to people's games. You are honest, Aquarius, and you would not like it if you were made a fool of. You have a serious side that can be difficult for others to accept. The future of a person who was born on the 7th of February is dependent on your jolly personality. Did I tell you how smart you are, Aquarius? Well, you know you are a quick learner, a self starter, and an enterprising person. Yes, indeed, you have to get up early to pull the wool over your eyes as you are on top of things. Aquarius, with a February 7th birthday, are proud people who sometimes feel superior. Your dreams and goals go beyond the ordinary. You also love your freedom and you need space to grow. You can come up with some interesting ideas. With your natural talents, Aquarius, you have your pick of career fields. You could teach, write, or do research. February 7th astrology predicts that your communication skills could land you a job in public relations or human resources. When you deal with professionals, you bring an honest energy to the table, and people love doing business with you. What your birthday says about you is that you are straightforward and tell it like it is. The people on your team admire this quality in you. Your active imagination speaks to people in a way that captivates their attention. This quality makes you a great communicator. You have a persuasiveness that will undeniably make you a successful human being. February 7th horoscope predicts that you have a mysterious side to you. Yes, I know that quality should be attractive, but it is most disheartening for someone who is trying to get to know you, especially in love. You feel that you are misunderstood, Aquarius, and here's why. Your walls are up and guarded. How can you commit to anyone like this? You will not open up so they can form a trust bond, and you are moody. This could cause someone to walk right out of your life. Find the right compatible partner, and you can overcome bouts of self-doubt and periods of depression predicts your love compatibility by your birthday. February 7th, Aquarius birthday, people are more romantic than most other Aquarians. People think that you are sensual, yet enthusiastic. Behind closed doors, you can be creative. Sometimes, Aquarius, you are torn between the physical aspects of a relationship and the ideal of sex being an act of love. Aquarius zodiac sign people take breakups hard, but will move on to the next one without hesitation if necessary. Giving up your independence in a relationship is not an option. You already cannot stick to the rules, or you have a problem with authority. Aquarians born on February 7th are quick to debate. Those who have a different perspective will enjoy hearing you speak. You are very detailed and aware. Your birthday horoscope for today's profile shows that you are also observant by nature. Your Aquarian flaws are that you can be unpredictable and stubborn. You can also be quite cold and isolated. On the other side, you do not care what people think of you. And in conclusion, maybe nobody will ever define you as Aquarian, but you are still very special. When it comes to love, you will find the right one. It will be a significant time in your life, Aquarius. Your value, your work, and the rewards it provides for you. Aquarians like to be heard. You are independent, impulsive, and set in your ways. So those born on February 7th will not give up their independence, not even for love. February 7th, Aquarius people are drawn to you. They think you are the sweetest, although you are intolerant of mature behavior. February 7th birthday Aquarius are smart people that are avid learners. You may be slightly vain and blunt, but could write your own professional ticket to success. Famous people and celebrities born on February 7th. Garth Brooks, I think rest in peace, mostly. Charles Dickens, Earl King, Ashton Kutcher, Steve Nash, Chris Rock, Laura Wilder, to name a few. Happy birthday, Aquarius. This day, that year, February 7th in history, 1238, Vladimir is burned by Mongols. 1795, the 11th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution affirms the power of states. 1812, New Madrid, Missouri, has an 8.2 earthquake. In 1904, 1,500 buildings are destroyed by fire in Baltimore, Maryland. 1947, baseball's Joe DiMaggio signs a 100K a year contract with New York Yankees. Your verdict moon sign is the Kumbh Rashi. I have not been going into that. However, if you wish to read on, go to sunsigns.org. As for now, we're heading to the Chinese zodiac, the tiger. It says tigers burning bright. Chinese zodiac tigers are amazing leaders, vibrant and outspoken, self possessed with an utterly magnetic personality. Leadership comes as naturally to them as breathing and is invariably fun to be around. Their personalities drive them to be in control, and this is turned to the pursuit of their ambitions. The Chinese tiger sign is renowned for their courage. When faced with a challenge, they inevitably wind up on top of the confrontation. They turn their drive to any cause they feel is righteous, but sometimes their image of what is righteous is misdirected. Their inherent nature can make them prickly under stress and prone to sounding their roar on those around them. The Chinese tiger's trait of strength is in their pure confidence. True confidence removes one from feeling as if everything that turns against them is a personal challenge. Differences in others are met with tolerance. Others are not allowed to conform to the tiger's views on life. They are gallant and respected and will stand with their friends and those who have earned their trust. Earning a tiger's trust is as easy as being frank and clear about your intentions and desires. The Chinese tigers who are out of balance have a strong sense of self worth, too strong, in fact. Their normal tendencies to a deeply sympathetic soul gives out before their sense of grandeur. Their confidence turns to arrogance, and their determination turns to impatience. The tiger zodiac sign who isn't centered in themselves, can be driven into hasty decisions. They allow their desire to get ahead to turn them to treacherous acts, overcoming their normal forthrightness. This can end with them being incapable of honest and clear communication. They become incapable of cooperating with those who don't talk to them. Tiger characteristics in the workplace are a certain form of magnificence. They are driven and filled with ambition. They are charming go getters with no concept of what fear of failure is. As such, tigers will pursue their goals and dreams without hesitation. Unfortunately, the tiger man or tiger woman also are prone to lacking organization. They need a solid team underneath them, keeping the minutiae in order while they drive the train into a successful future. A Chinese zodiac tiger as the boss is the tiger in his element, the shining star of his office. He will be playful and loving, fun loving, that is, and prefers to keep his office in that state. Provided, of course, that productivity is up and everyone is giving everything they have to the team. Tiger, Chinese animal signs will be aware of their team's needs using a gentler humanitarian nature to ensure that everyone is doing well. They can cheer them up just with sheer magnetism. The drawback, of course, is their inability to properly deal with stress. When things are going less than well, the tiger can growl their displeasure at anyone who draws their attention. Their ability to cheer others up can, in turn, be used to tear them down. If you're dealing with a tiger boss, make sure you meet your deadlines. Nothing makes them bare their fangs faster than unwanted and unexpected delays. The Chinese sign tiger as a co-worker is a fierce and competitive partner. Their attention is insurmountable. When it comes to pursuing a goal they've taken as their own, it's important that you not attempt to stand over a tiger. They don't respond well to being second in command, but can serve very well as an even partner. Chinese astrology says that if you're working with a tiger, be sure to take turns with certain activities. Tigers need variety. Letting them stick to one style of task can lead to causing impatience and frustration. Remember that you're dealing with a leader out of their place here, and you'll be reasonably well served by the results. Hey, Maddie. Tigers and money. They do love their material wealth and comfort, and their big ideas lead to big payoffs in the end. Money flows with the Chinese tiger horoscope sign, and they rarely have any fear of being without material comforts. Their ability to make things happen also includes making income happen, and they are always on the ball about this. Know that when a tiger personality sets his mind to making money and turning an ideal into a paycheck, there's little that will stand in their way. Tigers, for all their love of luxury, can be surprisingly frugal when the need arises. They will especially be so if doing so will lead the way to them seeing a larger ideal with greater income potential come to fruition. Chinese tigers are creatures of deep passion and romance, unafraid to let their partners know exactly where they stand in their lives. They crush hard and passionately, and sometimes that passion can get away from them. Tigers sometimes have a little problem with fidelity in their young years. Their dreams and hunger can overcome them until they gain some discipline later in their lives. In the relationships of people born in the year of the tiger, there will be a tendency to dominate the relationship. It will be more so if their partner doesn't stand up and command the same level of respect as them. Overall, however, tigers are creatures of high adventure, of love and romance, and they are never more in their romantic element than when they are in an exotic locale. Chinese zodiac tiger sign shines in the power of passion. In the bedroom, you can expect a wild ride as they live their dreams. Sometimes it can get out of hand, as a tiger unleashed can be a dangerous creature. But if you're open to the ride, you won't regret it. Tigers can get bored easily, so anticipate them bringing all sorts of things into the mix, being ready for the ride, or you'll find them getting bored. A tiger's fire needs to be responded to, and together you can create some of the most fiery passion you've ever experienced. Take their enthusiasm with your own, and they will leave you exhausted and truly loved. The years of the tiger. January 31st, 1938 to February 18th, 1939. February 17th, 1950 to February 5th, 1951. February 5th, 1962 to January 24th, 1963. January 23rd, 1974 to February 10th, 1975. February 9th, 1986 to January 28th, 1987. January 28th, 1998 to February 15th, 1999. February 14th, 2010 to February 2nd, 2011. February 1st, 2022 to January 21st, 2023. February 19th, 2034 to February 7th, 2035. Your ruling planet, Uranus, represents individuality, a rebellious attitude, and nervous energy. The water barrier is the symbol for the Aquarians. February 7th birthday tarot card today is the Chariot. It symbolizes determination, willpower, and the ability to overcome obstacles. Let me gather the message of the Chariot. The Chariot is in between the Justice and the Devil. Disclaimer: this is basically the story about me. So take what you hear as it resonates when it's dealing with the tarot cards. I do not shuffle for the collective. This is a part of my spiritual journey, Okay? So everyone can take it as it resonates. The justice, the chariot, and the devil. Like an open book over here. Oh, I need a card holder. We're going to start with the justice card. The key words is balance, equity, compassion, truth, dues, scrutiny, evaluation, and karma. The divine goddess, Mayat, is weighing the heart of the deceased against the feather of truth. This card represents the cardinal virtue of justice. Those who come into her presence can expect to receive fair judgment. She reminds us that all our actions have consequences and that karma is unavoidable. And for the ancient Egyptians, justice was not blind. And Mayat represented the ideal of truth. The devout individual would make a declaration of innocence to her upon entering the afterlife by stating 42 negative confessions that affirm that they have lived a righteous life. That's the goal. Mayat's feather would be then placed on the scales and weighed against the individual's heart in front of Anubis, who ruled the realm of the departed. When the justice card appears for you, she reminds you to be honest in your dealings with others. And above all else, to thine own self be true. Justice. Do as you would be done by. In this card, we see the familiar lady of Lady Justice. In one hand, she holds a set of scales with which she weighs upon each opposing side of an argument, as well as right and wrong, and in the other, she holds the sword of decision with which she will inevitably administer her considered verdict. The message this card has for us is that the universe is ultimately a fair place, even though it may not seem so on a day to day level. Whether this is due to karmic law, divine retribution, or simply that people are inherently good is not revealed. The card also reminds us that we each have a responsibility to act in an ethical way, and if we do this, our good deeds will in time come back to us. In the same way, if we don't make amends, our mistakes will come back to haunt us. Your prediction: justice will prevail. The presence of this card predicts you will see justice coming your way, and you may have been unfairly treated in the past or present by someone, which has been having a detrimental effect on your life, causing hurt and upset. However, it could also be that you yourself have acted unjustly toward someone, in which case you will see a reconciliation of some kind. When this happens, try to be as open as you can to either giving or receiving forgiveness in order to rectify the past and move cleanly into the future. This will provide you with a feeling of serenity and inner peace as the universe restores harmony for you. If you are unable to forgive, the card predicts that justice will still be served in time, as imbalance is against the laws of nature. Your guidance: be honest in one's dealings. The Justice card advises you to look at the way you are behaving and ask yourself if you are being fair or just in your dealings with people. If the answer is not always, then you have an opportunity to bring yourself peace of mind by changing the way you are acting. The card is a reminder that all wrongs are righted in the end, so you might as well do this while you can. If you are concerned about if you are concerned that you are being unfairly treated, do not worry. The balance will eventually be redressed, and in time you will feel justice has been served. This may not be in the way you want. If, for instance, you want revenge or hurt to be metered out to the offending party, but you can be sure that the resultant harmony and balance will be one that is right for everyone on their particular life's journey. Your problem: treated unjustly. This card suggests you may have been the victim of an unjust situation. It could be that you did not receive recompense for a wrong that was committed against you, of course. However, it may be you who is being held to account for something you have done. The slate needs to be set clean before you can move on without guilt or recrimination. This can sometimes be hard to do. If, for instance, you or the other person finds it hard to apologize, however, the rewards far outweigh any temporary discomfort or bruised ego. The Chariot. Keywords: balance, dynamic, energetic, alternating, shifting, cyclical, revolving, orchestrating, navigating, engineering. Every day we are knowingly and unknowingly subject to the influences beyond our control, whether it's the cycles of nature like the seasons, economic fluctuations, the movement of the planets and stars, or our own biological rhythms. The selector, charioteer, represented by the DJ, is all about understanding these cycles of life and gaining mastery over our reactions to them. Instead of being a leaf blowing in the wind, the chariot can chart their course wisely by understanding these cycles. Some of the natural cycles the charioteer encounters are those related to the number seven, such as the 7 days of the week, the seven stages of life, the seven alchemical planets and metals, and the seven chakras or energy centers. It symbolizes reining in the restless horses of the polar extremities, finding balance and the middle path of equilibrium. Despite being pulled in each direction, its influence is that of the zodiac of Cancer and the element of water. When this card appears in a reading, it may be asking the querent to examine recurring patterns. It could also represent the querent's mastery of their environment. The chariot, harnessing the fighting spirit. Just imagine a chariot hurtling into battle, being driven by a team of charging horses. It must have been an awesome sight. That is the image that this card summons up, a powerful one man fighting unit, ready to do battle and take on the world. The chariot represents the spirit and the determination to succeed in all the battles we face in life. There are times when it is right to go with the flow, and then there are times when compromise is the best approach. Yet when this card turns up, it is often indicates that what is needed is a gritty determination to win. It is important to remember, however, that many of our conflicts are internal ones. So this card should not be taken as a license to go out and do battle with the world. Your prediction, challenges ahead. The appearance of the chariot suggests you will have an opportunity to overcome conflicts or difficulties. You could face a choice between confronting your challenges like a warrior like spirit or shying away from them. The former will require a strong will, determination, and self discipline, and will be rewarded by a period of peace and self assurance, knowing that your main battles are won. However, shying away from your problems because you are fearful of uncertain how to approach them will steal from you the opportunity to put your problems behind you, gain these rewards, and move on. So try as best as you can to be brave and bring the spirit of the chariot into action. The guidance, strive to meet goals. The appearance of this card suggests there is a need for you to adopt the strong will, self discipline, and determined spirit of the chariot. You will need to take more control of your situation and approach any conflicts or disagreements with a warrior like spirit. In other words, discover the charioteer within. This will require you to be clear and self assured about what you want and having the courage and self belief to fight for it. Just remember to distinguish between your inner and outer fights in order that this warrior spirit is channeled appropriately. The problem, difficulties overcome. The appearance of the chariot suggests you faced conflicts or difficulties. You may have been required to find the warrior spirit within yourself in order to tackle and overcome these difficulties and to show determination and self discipline to get you through. It may be that the worst is now over, your main battles are won, and you are now entering a more peaceful phase. However, the appearance of this card can also suggest that you shied away from these problems, fearful or uncertain of how to approach the battle before you. Thus, you may have missed an opportunity to put your problems behind you. Your next card, my next card, it doesn't take it how it resonates, is the devil. The keywords Kundalini, ego, lust, vice, addictions, bondage, confusion, distortion, greed, vanity, and darkness. This devil card depicts an allegory of vice, lust, materialism, and snares. It cautions us to be aware of harmful, corrupt habits that sneaks up on us or you and lead to self-inflicted bondage. It warns against becoming enslaved to unhealthy cultural expectations. The power of the devil is derived from the misuse of the latent primordial Kundalini energy. Expressed in its negative form, it is an intense, volatile, creative energy that leads people to the path of destruction. The side effects of this unbridled power are addictions of all sorts, lurking in the dark places, hiding and tormenting us. The devil's chains of bondage are illusory and can be broken once a person becomes aware. That's the key word. It can be broken once a person becomes aware of them and has the desire to be set free. They serve as a reminder that suppressing human sexuality can be just as dangerous as indulging in lascivious behavior. The devil card is a stern warning for us to avoid vices and to refrain from engaging in activities that are beyond our means to control. Once the line of immorality is crossed, there's no returning to a state of innocence. The devil, your own worst enemy. The devil is usually seen as the ultimate embodiment of evil, but in tarot, he is used more to represent temptation. Traditionally, the devil doesn't have a great deal of power himself. His power lies in his ability to entice human beings into doing things which will ultimately lead to their downfall. Therefore, if we have anything to fear in this card, it is ourselves. The card is a reminder of how we are often enslaved by our own weaknesses. The reason we are trapped is because we are no longer in charge of our destiny. For a heavy drinker, it is the bottle that is in charge, while for a compulsive pessimist, it is the negative thoughts that call the shots. When this card turns up, it often warns of an unhealthy situation developing where we are losing control of our lives. Your prediction: temptation may arise. The devil card suggests you may be tempted. This temptation could be from outside or inside ourselves, or a mixture of the two, and could cause you problems if you succumb. However, it is certain that the means for meeting this temptation will be found inside you. If you can look objectively at your own inner devil or saboteur and find the strength to combat him, you will not only find yourself back on the straight and narrow path in your life, but you will also feel a sense of achievement, pride, and nobility as a result. Remember, temptations can be there to test us, and tests we will be rewarded. And tests we pass will be rewarded. The guidance: don't sabotage endeavors. You need to become aware of all the ways in which you are your own worst enemy. Look at any self destructive tendencies you may have inside of you. If things aren't going well for you, ask yourself if there is some way in which you are sabotaging yourself. It is always tempting to blame others for our difficulties. But the truth is that we can only truly progress when we take full responsibility for our own lives. That way, we can always feel a sense of security and inner peace in the knowledge that we are in full control of our lives and destinies. The problem: trapped in an unhealthy situation. This card suggests you may have been trapped in an unhealthy situation. Although it may be hard to accept, the situation might actually have been one of your own making. Was there some way in which you were sabotaging yourself? Perhaps you let some self destructive tendencies get the better of you, making you feel out of control. It may be tempting you to blame others for our difficulties. It may be tempting to blame others for our difficulties. But taking full responsibility for our lives and confronting our own inner devil is often the only way we can move forward with peace and happiness. Back to the chariot, the energy of today, the meaning and interpretations of the major arcana, followed by the meditation at the end. Sunsigns.org. The Chariot tarot card of the Rider-Waite deck represents life in motion, moving forward, advancement, and victory. The Chariot's driver has succeeded in what he has or was pursuing and can now enjoy the fruits of his efforts. This is a time for celebration and excitement. Enjoying the long, hard victory is as important as the struggle to get there. Let's find out what this card from the Major Arcana implies in the reverse and upright positions, and as stated before, the meditation at the end. The destination is reached and the challenge is overcome. All hail the reigning and the conquering king. Nothing can stand in his way, and nothing has. Now is a time for celebration. Past events. You have recently overcome a hardship and accomplished a goal of some significance. Did you get that signature on your house loan? Paid off some great debts? Maybe you just graduated college or got the job you wanted. Either way, the struggle is past, as is the celebration. Now it's time for what's next. The present events. If you are not yet successful in your efforts, you soon will be. Be prepared to celebrate as this time and dedication have turned into a successful and useful future. While you can still spend some time preparing for the future, that can wait a bit. Now is the time to rest on your laurels and take a breather before riding the chariot into battle again. The future events. The end is in sight. Your travels and work have nearly come to an end, so buckle down and see this thing through until your victory parade. Take the other cards preceding this one into account and use them as a guide to get to this point. Your progress is halted, says the chariot in reverse. Success is a distant dream. One obstacle after another has stood in your way, and your victory is a long way off on your current tack. The battle you currently face is against odds you may not overcome. The past events of the chariot card in reverse. You have struggled through, you have struggled on and gotten past this point where all hope seemed lost. You may not have gotten through it well, but it is, at least in your past. Time to look forward with better plans. The present event says you are stagnated, your wheels broke, and all forward motion stopped. It's time to look around and see if there's a better way to see your way through. If not, then all you can do is buckle down and know this isn't going to turn out how you hoped. The future events of the chariot card in reverse. If this tarot card is in your future, it may be time to rethink your current course, as it is yet avoidable. The path you're on will lead to certain destruction. Turn back while you still can, at least this point. It is time to examine your plans and work to change the course your chariot is on before your wheels shatter. As we prepare for the meditation for the Chariot card in the upright position, the associated colors are copper for success and growth. We're going to keep it on this Chantress Seba. I think I'm going to remain until I feel guided to play anything other than triggering. Thus says Spirit from yesterday's reading. 226, open up a dialogue. It's in progress. For the tarot meditation of the Chariot card upright, you will take and put the candle in front of you, the Chariot card upright on the copper cloth. As you settle down, think of victory, accomplishment, and overcoming victory. The king or queen reigns supreme, overseeing his people. As you slip down into the meditation, you will begin to hear the creak of the wheels of the chariot and feel the rumble of it as it races across the ground at high speed. The chariot charges across the landscape. The land around you is smoking from the wages of your war, and you are rapidly steering your chariot past obstacles, dodging trees and fences. You cleave down your enemies as you pass and charge towards your goal waiting ahead. And with a quick turn, you start bearing down on a bridge deep in flames. You can see it nearing collapse, but you must cross. What you seek is on the other side. You whip the horse into a feather and charge the bridge. You feel the structure of it crumbling beneath your wheels. Hear it collapse behind you, but it doesn't matter. But you are crossed. Your goal is in sight. You plow through the remaining obstacles with a victorious roar and grab the object of your victory. It is yours. You swing the chariot around to see those who traveled with you behind you, roaring in your success. The environment shifts, and you are now parading down a pathway in your clean chariot. Your clothes are pristine, bearing the mark of your newest victory. 2:29 p.m. on my alarm. Are you looking for spiritual connections? The people are cheering and throwing ribbons and chanting your praise. This is your victory, your goal. This is what you sought, and you have achieved it. Now is the time to enjoy it. Settle in and relax. The time for action is coming, but it has now passed. Allow this to be a time in and of itself. Separate it, separate from what came before and what is to come after. Ever moving forward, ever towards victory. That is what you have been doing, and that is what you have done. Revel in this feeling and know that it feels. and know how it feels and be part of it. This is the influence of the Tarot meditation and the Chariot card upright. As you come out of meditation, remember that feeling and any imagery it brings with you. Record it in your journal, extinguish your candle, and place it aside. I can't wait to get my nails done. Let me make my fingers now look like they work so hard. But, oh well, in due timing. As we prepare for the meditation for the Chariot card in reverse, the associated colors are gray for stagnation and defeat. This tarot meditation on the Chariot card reversed will lead you into the realm of defeat, frustration, and prolonged victory. And the road you travel will be a hard one. Prepare yourself. Take the gray cloth and lay it before you, and place the candle at its top. Lay the chariot inverted on it. As you focus on it, allowing yourself to slip into the meditation, you will hear the sounds of ravens cawing overhead and the smoke of the battlefield. You come into this meditation to find yourself lying in your chariot. It is toppled and tumbled on its side. You look overhead and the sky above is red and torn. You are being circled by those heralds of those Morgan, the raven. They call out the sorrows of battle. They call out for the dead who are scattered around you in all directions. You can hear the triumphant cheers of the enemy as they see you fallen and the battle horn calls across the battlefield. You know that it won't be long before they come here and finish you. But how did you come to this? How did you find your way to this temple of failure? Your vision goes back into the past. You see the path of hubris, ignorance, and sheer bad luck. You did not heed the warnings when they were given. Also, you left the path of wisdom, thinking you knew better. There is a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and you mistook them somewhere along that broken path. Perhaps some warned you. Perhaps the signs were there for you to see. Almost certainly, You could have avoided this eventual end, but how? Look back, look hard, and think about it. See what you see and pay attention, for in it may lie your salvation in these, the final moments of your failure. For now, it is time to flee with what remains of your dignity and your resources and troops. You gather them and you lead them into retreat. Their cries reach your ears as the enemy fires one last volley of arrows after you. Just remember, this is not the end of your path, just the end of this path. Victory lies another way. As you come out of the tarot meditation, record your insights and visions in your journal. Pay attention to the details, the little bits of detail that will show you where your path intersects with that of this poor fallen king. Pay heed to them, friend. It is this lesson that will help, that will let you part ways with his path and return to the one of victory. That is the end of the Chariot in reversed meditation. The next two cards will be the reading on the minor arcana card, the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This is associated for the Aquarians born on today. We have another week or two. 2 more weeks, I guess, before the energy changes. So we all have to take in account of these energies I am reading. At your own will. The key words is escape, refugee, moving away, distancing, relocation, journey, traveling, vacation, change of environment. It says time to make your way out in the stillness of the night while the world still sleeps. The Six of Blades card signals a departure from one modality and a transition to the next. In a reading, this card may be an indication that you need to sever ties with harmful elements in your environment or to distance yourself from a dangerous situation. It might also be hinting that you need to use discretion, making unilateral decisions. Avoid causing a commotion. Do what needs to be done and do not be afraid to explore uncharted territory. The Six of Swords. Listen to the inner voice. The Six of Swords represents a period of transition, a time when we need to pull back from life temporarily in order to get to a better place and or perspective inside ourselves and outside in the world. At times like At these times, we may experience a drop in self esteem as it is difficult living in the world today whilst being unclear about what we are doing. As a result, we may doubt ourselves, forget any successes we may have had previously, and fear we will stay stuck in this transitional phase. However, this card also promises a better future if we can be patient, have faith, and see it through. This card essentially reminds us of the otherness of life. While the busy rush of plans are being implemented in the heady whirlwind of life out there, there is a whole other life going on inside us. When we face traumas or breakdowns in life, we are reminded of this otherness. Yet the Six of Swords do not require us to have a breakdown in order to achieve its wisdom. We simply need to hear and follow the inner call and pay attention, more attention to our spiritual natures. In doing so, we may begin to understand the wisdom underlying change and the transient nature of life. Within this understanding, we can also realize how so much of what we do is unimportant. While in contrast, our spiritual nature reveals its true value, moving us forward and keeping us safe. The prediction, forthcoming changes. Receiving the Six of Swords in this position indicates that you will undergo a period of transition. At the other side of this transition, your spirits will lift you and you will find a place inside yourself or in your outer circumstances which contains more clarity, strength, and understanding that you may have been feeling for a while. You will need to be aware, however, that your feelings of listlessness, agitation, or just getting by may signal the beginning of this period. Thus, if you are feeling this way, you should trust and accept it. Perhaps pull away from life for a bit and begin your contemplative period. You will certainly be rewarded for your faith. Your guidance says prepare for the changing fortunes. The Six of Swords advises you to be aware that you are in or approaching a period of transition. At the beginning of this transition, you may feel listless, depressed, or that you are just getting by. However, you should try to retain faith and hope in this journey, and what you find yourself as is, in fact, a very special spiritual time. This may be an inner or an outer journey. It may be long and arduous, or short and painless. Remember, all things change. Life is not a long succession of successes and highs. We are called to face trials and struggles also. Think yourself privileged to be able to endure the hard times too. Remember the phase, this too shall pass. Six of Swords suggests it will, whatever it is. The problem, a time of transition. Receiving the Six of Swords in this position suggests you may have experienced a feeling of transition. You may not have known that this was what was happening to you, but perhaps just felt listless, depressed, or that you were just getting by. This was, in fact, a signal for you to pull out of the world and take a break from your issues for a while the next stage of your life and the answers to your problems were revealed to you. You may have been feeling bad about yourself during this time and wondering why you don't have it all together. However, this card actually represents a positive stage in your life, heralding contemplation, careful consideration, and a more appropriate future for us. The Six of Swords. Be optimistic when future holds hope. Treasure every sweat that comes out of hard work. The Six of Swords is encouraging you to face off with anything that does not foresee your success. Having hope despite the changes that you are encountering is the message you have to keep in mind. Encouraging yourself to keep working in the direction that guarantees you happiness and strength. The meaning is helping you to be optimistic about your future. The Six of Swords reverse has a different suggestion that you may work in an impression that brings success without hurdles. But you have to be sure of where you are hiding to avoid negative forces. Be hopeful despite struggling to make ends meet. The power of believing in your ability should surpass your limiting beliefs in life. Be strong on your abilities as you open other opportunities and restructure your mind. The Six of Swords upright also says it assists you to maintaining a high consistency level and achieving a good goal of success. You don't have to think of anything that is not reflected in your journey. Be curious about everything that is working on your side. The factor of going against the negative influence will help you in marketing your success. Always shows the willingness to go higher. Always accept something that is working in your favor of your interest. But the Six of Swords love shows the important virtues that can help you prosper in matters of relationships. So, good connections can be the important thing in your life, and you have to know the extent of your strength that can be the turning point to success. Let go of anything that is not helping you achieve the right progress and making you lose energy. Slide on those goals that are profitable and will help you get something more massive at the end. The Six of Swords, yes or no, signifies that you have to let anything that is working against you be on the base. So keep going for something that you are sure will help you. Keep being persistent in your line. Let your thoughts be positive, and you will bring something important to your life. Look for avenues that help you expand on your growth, be of good faith, and making life progress nice and attractive. The Six of Swords career is the genesis of getting resources and the opportunity to continue working in the direction that cools your energy. Be straight on what you want and constantly consider the avenues that will be going in the direction full of hope and power. Believe in what you want and look for good ideas to help you get close to accomplishing your desires. Goals that bring your attention to getting good affirmation are what you are supposed to follow. Also, the Six of Swords tarot guide will be learning to let you learn different things about your future. Look for any opportunity that will work to improve all aspects of your life. So get resourceful and build yourself. Do not be afraid to starting afresh, especially if it's not working well. Good ambitions will help you in making choices that will be important in your life. Being constructive will mean you have the chance to look into what works in your favor. The card is about cementing a great future for yourself. So you have to keep going on the lad that brings you success. Hope is something that is setting good goals. Hope is something that is setting good goals and setting great success points. Of course, the Six of Swords symbolic meaning will help you make promising strides. Hence, creativity is what might bring you the outcome that you want. But the Six of Swords card suggests you have the leniency to enjoy life from a great perspective. The Six of Swords represents the time when we must move on from what we've known. Sometimes there is no salvaging the past. There is just burying it and leaving it behind. It is almost about a time of sorrow. Even when the future holds hope, this tarot card represents the need for that journey at this point in the minor arcana. So the time has come, and even tinged with sorrow as it may be, you know that it's long past due. There is relief in it, leaving behind the baggage of the past. And this is a step that is very difficult for many people to take. The journey may be metaphorical, or it may be a literal physical journey, or any combination thereof. The past events. You've recently made a huge step, a necessary part of an unfortunately painful journey, and grief of your past and clearing yourself for the bright future that you deserve. The present events. It's time to continue your journey, my dear. You have carried the pain of the past, and now it's time to set down the burden of your past and move forward. Doing so will offer you relief. This tarot card in its present position indicates that you can let go. It's time to let go. The future events. The Six of Swords in this position represents hope. The hope that if you let go of your current circumstances and let go of the pain of your past, the future holds great things for you. All it takes is releasing the path that is weighing you down, and the future is here waiting for you. The yes and no interpretation of this card is a yes in the upright position. And if it's about abandoning something in your past, it's a solid yes with no reservation. The past is in the past, and it's far past time to leave it there. However, in reverse, sometimes we recognize it's time to move on, but the past keeps showing up like a bad penny. We keep struggling to leave the baggage behind, to cut it loose. But we either can't quite bring ourselves to let go, or it keeps following us. The Six of Swords in inverted positions also shows up when the change isn't your choice, and it still indicates it's a needed change. The past events. You've been struggling to drop your baggage and it's been affecting your relationships. With this card in your past, it indicates that you've been struggling not with just being ready to let go, but with being successful in this. Counseling may help if it's an emotional issue. The present events. You've been seeking an answer to your troubles, and the answer is as simple as difficult as this: let go. There is no mystery to you. You know this is the difficulty you've been facing, but this is what it comes down to. The future events. Someone in your future does not desire you to be free. You've been doing so well in letting go of your past, but it's about to come back to haunt you. Do not let it remain when it shows up. Dedicate your healing and recovery. Repeat myself. Dedication to your healing and recovery can excise this wound from your past and prevent it to your future. The yes and no of the Six of Swords in reverse. The answer here is a blaring no. And in some serious way, if your question is regarding discarding something from your life you suspect may be a problem, don't just let it go. Burn it to the ground, salt the earth, and bury it. This minor arcana is screaming its message of escape at full volume. So the Six of Swords insists you get good quality thoughts that can help you in making progress. Be positive about your ambitions and look for the chance that might help you in making the right choices. Your next card is the Knight of Swords. Keywords: impulsive, swift, forceful, intelligent, restless, and destructive. A fierce knight embodying the visage of Shakti makes her charge, riding in on the Azure dragon of the east. She is so set on the course of her action that she disseminates everything in her wake. The Knight of Blades fixates on her ideal. She has subverted her empathy for the sake of the pursuit of her objective, and woe upon those who stand in her way. The Knight of Swords. Anger is the only thing improved by delay. The Knight of Swords is the card of the rebellious teenager who rails at the world and all its injustice. He speaks his mind without consideration for the consequences, such as hurting people's feelings along the way. This card may represent an aspect of ourselves which doesn't want to let go of our anger and admit that what lies beneath it may be vulnerability or a feeling that we are out of control. These feelings may have come from a time when we were criticized or put down, causing us to feel disempowered and to suppress some of our life energy. If we can turn this around, however, we can harness this energy and use it to our advantage. We can then be in a good position to right some of the wrongs in our lives or even in the world, and use our strong voices for speaking out in a more considered, compassionate, an effective way. Prediction, frustration will transform. The Knight of Swords in this position indicates that you will be able to transform negative emotions and feel more in control. As a result, you should be able to harness your frustration and allow them to improve your life rather than drag you down. In order to achieve this, you may need to adopt a more adult attitude, maintaining inner strength and calm in the face of adversity. You will also need to take responsibility for the things you can change and accept the things you can't. This may not seem easy at first, but it will help you to feel more in control and put you in a better state in future to tackle problems occurring in your life. Your guidance is act rationally. The Knight of Swords in this position advises you to let your anger and frustration be a sign to you that you need to deal with situations in an adult way rather than allow them to overwhelm and upset you. Try as best as you can to manage any frustrations you may be feeling and harness your inner strength to empower yourself again. Focusing on changing your attitude to situations will be far more profitable to you than confronting those situations head on. So, for example, try to take responsibility for the things you can change and accept the things you can't. This may seem this may not seem ideal, but you will at least feel more in control and perhaps as a result will be in a better state in the future to tackle some of those problems occurring outside of yourself. Your problem, rash behavior. The Knight of Swords in this position suggests you may have been facing difficulties which made you feel angry. If you could not easily find a way forward, you may have felt out of control or disempowered. At the surface, you might have been displaying some bravado or acting as if you don't really care about these problems. However, if you can be honest about your vulnerabilities and frustrations and accept what you can and cannot change, you will be better able to move forward in a more honest, positive, and productive way. The Knight of Swords, the drive to accomplish goals. The inner urge is something that tries to push you to find your purpose in what you do. So it's the same case with the Knight of Swords that you have to develop the inner drive to remind you of dedication, timing, and effort in your plans. Pushing your agenda here is what will help you in making the right choices. You have to be intelligent and focus on one goal at a time. Additionally, the Knight of Swords reverse works in an opposite direction to lure you to block your flow of abundance. You have to eliminate what might slow down your progress in the right direction. Research can be resourceful and will play a major part in ensuring you have the right information to reach higher heights in your life. Nonetheless, the wisdom in mind should be showing you the delicate areas you don't have to touch as you inspire for more. Success comes when you have the correct channel to exhibit the traits of hard work, consistency, and passion. Such is the value that will show you why you have to be on the right side of events. Negative emotions should not be part of what you think will make life easier. Stabilize your mind and ensure to enrich your thoughts and spice up your intrinsic motivation. Courage is important as you think of living a great life and getting the necessary support. Additionally, love is another thing that might affect your progress if you are not careful. Having stable relationships contributes to correct thoughts and accomplishing dreams. So the Knight of Swords love is there to show the path that will guarantee you love and affection. Besides, you have to embrace any slight change that you are sure is helping you come up with a workable solution. As you aim at doing something that will lead to fruition, your career is there as the solid backup for your side hustles. So you have to ensure you have the right professions that do not limit you from doing other beneficial things. You have to be adaptive to something you are sure will bring you a peace of mind. A positive attitude will do you more good than harm, and you have to be happy to acknowledge what will be your turning point in life. However, for you, the Knight of Swords, yes or no, as a primary goal, and understand what suits your coin more. Eternal influence should not alter your concentration. Instead, it should be the motivating factor to achieving the right things in your struggle. Good health is phenomenal and can set good records on how to achieve or how to arrive at your dreams. Thus, ask for help from friends and colleagues on what you can do to achieve your success. It erases any information that might be misleading in your life. Once you understand the need to have unity to achieve great things in your life, besides the Knight of Swords, meaning will offer you an avenue to reach good things that will help you go closer to your dreams. Serve well your purpose to achieve prosperity in your future life. The Knight of Swords Tarot provides crucial information about cards, especially when upright or reversed. You have to know what works best for your plans. The Knight of Swords on the future reflects good signs that the accumulation of concrete goals will work best when you have the right mindset. And the Knight of Swords symbol will ensure you can change anything that you aspire shortly. You have to rely on your ability when you are thinking of change and abundance. The Knight of Swords tarot represents the drive to complete a goal turned into obsession. This warrior of the minor arcana is full of ambition, but he has no vision or empathy for those who are around him. He is concerned only with accomplishing that which he has set out to do. He is the very epitome of the forceful military nature of the suit of swords. 10 minutes left on the spoon stream. The Knight of Swords is all drive, all accomplishment, all goal. You will accomplish your goals with this knight on your side, but his horse will trample those who get in the way, no matter how they are or their intentions. Take caution. The knight is indiscriminative. The good side of this energy is that it will drive you past any obstacles. You must be aware of what that means for you. The past events. Ruthlessness has gotten you past your obstacles, and ruthlessness will be what reaps you with rewards and your consequences. You have made your goal. Be prepared to answer to those you rolled over to get there. Perhaps your ruthlessness was called for, perhaps not. Either way, there will be a cumbrance. The past events. Mount your horse. Good night. The time has come to take all comers. Your current situation is calling for the energy of the night. The obstacle that stands in your way will not be won over with subtlety or simple talk. The word of the day is action. Future events. Take caution. The knight is charging your way. He will come and he will be motivated, and you can either join the charge or get out of the way or get trampled as he gallops towards his goal. He means nothing by it. His heart is just set on accomplishing his vision. The yes and no interpretation, a solid and very truthful yes. The knight says that you are ready to make your accomplishments to bring this thing about. You will see this thing come about, not and nothing can stop you from making it happen. In reverse, a horse stamps and the knight snorts impatiently. What's the hold up? Why are we not moving? Come on, come on, come on. The Knight of Swords will not be held back, but nor does he know where he is going. He wants to be going. He will generate a lot of noise about himself, but it will all amount to naught as he spends it all looking busy and talking about the great things he will do. There's the rub. He isn't doing them, but blustering about doing them. The past events. Talk, talk, talk. That's all that's been happening around you. You've been making noise. You've been spreading your energy and enthusing others. But where are your results? There are none. Your energy has been wasted on talking about what could be. the present events of the Knight of Swords in reverse. You want to go forward. You want to see action. But whoa there, buddy. Think about where you're going. Your plan isn't fully formed, and it needs to be before you charge forward. Take time to calm down and think about your next actions and plan your next steps. The future event says, get out of his way. The loud, boisterous knight is coming. He speaks much about, but he says little. He will spend much energy and accomplish very little. This charge will not be to your benefit. Let him pass on by and pay his bluster no mind. The yes or no interpretation, the answer here is no, and a warning to take caution, slow down, think things through, and you'll find the reason for your desired course of action being wrong. So the summary of the Knight of Swords is the drive to get your plans and underway is what the Knight of Swords is talking about. You cannot gain something substantial when you don't work hard. Do something extra to change your fortune in the future. So February 7th, happy birthday, Aquarius. Your birthday compatibility. You are most compatible with people born under Aquarius for today. You're supposed to be with an Aquarius. This zodiac match between two similar individuals is very compatible. You are not compatible with people born under Scorpio. This relationship can be really difficult with many arguments. Your lucky numbers are 7 and 9. 7 signifies the analytical mind that is a perfectionist at heart. 9 is a friendly number that works for the social cause. Your lucky colors are purple and blue. Purple is a royal number that stands for mysticism, wealth, and reputation. Stream spoons, if you wish to join me on YouTube, go to Shabanda, High Priestess, the number 10, to continue the stream. Otherwise, it's going to be cutting off in 3 minutes. Your lucky days are Saturday and Sunday, or continue reading sunsigns.org. And for your daily um, title of today, or, blah, 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 go to Secret Language of Birthdays. Enjoy. Your lucky days are Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is the day of the planet Saturn, symbolized by cleaning up old issues and beginning new ones. Sunday, this day is ruled by the planet Sun and signifies relaxation, meditation, and understanding of the universe. Your birthstone is amethyst. It is a mystical stone that keeps your temper under control and improves your psychic abilities. Your ideal zodiac birthday gifts for people born on February 7th. A book on philosophy for the Aquarius man and a Chinese spa massage for the Aquarius woman. February 7th birthday personality enjoys being pampered. Sunsigns.org. Secret language of birthdays. Your advice. Though you can change but a small piece of the world, you can perfect yourself. Work on overcoming your personal weaknesses. Set an example for others and remain open and idealistic even as you mature. Love you, Spoons. Thanks for showing up, taking your time to spend with me today. Enjoy your day. Continuing with YouTube. Excuse my chair. One moment. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Aquarius. Those born on the 7th are generally open to various up to date remedies, cures, and forms of treatment. However, they instinctively realize that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and therefore pay mind to keeping themselves healthy. Yoga, Tai Chi, meditation, and Shiatsu, I don't know how to pronounce that, massage may help them rid themselves of excess stress. Sounds good. February 7th people should, however, be wary of fad diets, particularly when the object is weight loss. However, a modern approach to food and cooking is good for February 7th people, as they usually enjoy exotic ethnic cuisines as well as healthy balanced basics, fruits, fresh fruits, whole grain breads, yogurt, nuts, and fruit. They are best suited for a light, fun diet. Moderate daily physical exercise is recommended, perhaps early morning jogging or swimming if possible. Those born on the 7th day of the month are ruled by the number 7 and by the planet Neptune. Neptune is the watery planet ruling visions, dreams, and psychic phenomena. And February 7th people are prone to these unstable influences. A Neptune Uranus connection, Uranus rules Aquarius, indicates openness to change and a healthy desire to loosen existing taboos. Those born on this day must avoid getting out of touch with reality by overemphasizing their dreams and aspirations. They also must beware of suspicious or unsubstantiated psychic and occult activities. Those ruled by the number 7 traditionally enjoy change and travel. So, the seventh card of the major arcana is the Chariot, which shows a triumphant figure moving through the world, manifesting his physical presence in a dynamic way. The card may be interpreted to mean that no matter how narrow or precarious the correct path, one must continue on. The good side of this card posits success, talent, and efficiency. The bad side suggests a dictatorial attitude and a poor sense of direction. The Chariot. Keywords balance, dynamic, energetic, alternating, shifting, cyclical, revolving, orchestrating, navigating, and engineering. Every day we are knowingly and unknowingly subjected to the influence beyond our control, whether it's the cycles of nature like the seasons, economic fluctuations, the movement of the planets and stars, or our own biological rhythms. The selector, charioteer, represented by the DJ, is all about understanding these cycles of life. and gaining mastery over our reactions to them. Instead of blowing or being a leaf blowing in the wind, the charioteer can chart their course wisely by understanding these cycles. Some of the natural cycles the charioteer encounters are those related to the number seven, such as the 7 days of the week, the seven stages of life, the seven alchemical planets and metals, and the seven chakras or energy centers. It symbolizes reigning in the restless horses of the polar extremities, finding balance and the middle path of equilibrium despite being pulled in each direction. Its influence is that of the zodiac of Cancer, the element of water. When this card appears in a reading, it may be asking the quant to examine recurring patterns. It could also represent the corn's mastery of their environment. The chariot, harnessing the fighting spirit. Just imagine a chariot hurling into battle, being driven by a team of charging horses. It must have been an awesome sight. That is the image that this card summons up, a powerful one man fighting unit ready to do battle and take on the world. The chariot represents the spirit and the determination to succeed in all the battles we are faced in life today. There are times when it is right to go with the flow, and then there are times when compromising is the best approach. Yet, when this card turns up, it is often indicated that what is needed is a gritty determination to win. It is important to remember, however, that many of our conflicts are internal ones. So, this card should not be taken as a license to go out and do battle with the world. Your prediction challenges ahead. The appearance of the chariot suggests you will have an opportunity to overcome conflicts or difficulties. You could face you could face a choice between confronting your challenges like with a warrior like spirit or shying away from them. The former will require you a strong will, determination, and self discipline, and will be rewarded by a period of peace and a self assurance, knowing that your main battles are won. However, shying away from your problems because of your fearful or uncertain of how to approach them will steal from you the opportunity to put your problems behind you, gain these rewards, and move on so you can best at, so try as best as you can to be brave and bring the spirit of the chariot into action. Your guidance. Strive to meet goals. The appearance of this card suggests there is a need for you to adopt a strong will, self discipline, determined spirit of the chariot. You will need to take more control of your situation and approach any conflicts or disagreements with a warrior like spirit. In other words, discover the charioteer within. This will require you to be clear and self assured about what you want and having the courage and self belief to fight for it. Just remember to distinguish between your inner and outer fights in order that this warrior spirit is channeled appropriately. Your problem, difficulties overcome. The appearance of the chariot suggests you face conflicts or difficulties. You may have been required to find the warrior spirit within yourself in order to tackle and overcome these difficulties and to show determination and self discipline to get you through. It may be that the worst is now over, your main battles are won, and you are now entering a more peaceful phase. However, the appearance of this card can also suggest that you shied away from these problems, fearful or uncertain of how to approach the battle before you. Thus, you may have missed an opportunity to put your problems behind you. And that has been the entire reading of the today's Aquarius Happy Birthday Personality Report. Meaning, and meditation. I'm going to go ahead and include my soul card to end the stream. Take it how it resonates. "3:26 p.m. on my alarm." Tag team it. Like, share, subscribe. Lift that up a little bit so you'll be able to see the cards. Seven shuffles for my soul card message for today. Viewers, take us how it resonates. I did 8 shuffles. Seven. "3:29 p.m. on my alarm. Are you looking for steady support?" My soul card is card number 29. Wow. Soul number 29. Angel number 29. Sunsigns.org is where I gained the message. Angel number 29 meaning: Building trust in yourself. Angel number 29 is reinforcing your trust in yourself and your competence. 3:31 p.m. alarm. Are you ready to experiment with new emotions? It is encouraging you to indulge in humanitarian activities with humbleness and empathy. You must have complete belief in your ministering angels, and you will be able to achieve your spiritual objectives and mission and realize your ambitions in life. Reoccurrence of angel number 29 symbol in your life is an indication that you should listen to your heart and the inner voice which is urging you to follow the divine path of your life. Follow your instinct and have faith in the angel numbers and work continuously to attain your spiritual goals. Meaning of 29 angel number reveals that if you are confident in yourself and your abilities, you'll be able to make your life what you want it to be. This is the time for you to demonstrate your competence to the people around you. The world needs to know how good you are at the things you set your mind and strength to do. Take hold of every opportunity that comes your way and maintain a circle of friends who only positively help you. You will view the world from a different perspective the moment you interact with less fortunate people. The humanitarian activities you indulge in will enable you to view the world in a different light. You will they will enable you to appreciate your struggles, challenges, and how best to deal with them. This angel number also teaches you the importance of humility in everything that you do. When you become successful and wealthy, do not let pride take control of your life, but instead remain humble and help those who need your help most in society. Angel number 29 comes to you as a sign that it is time to listen to your heart and do as it says. Let your heart lead and guide you into making the right decisions as regards to your love life. Do not delay in making decisions that best fit your marriage, romantic relationships, or personal relationship. Keep away negative thoughts that will block you from giving love in abundance and receiving the same in return. Angel number 29 is reinforcing your trust in yourself and your competence. It is encouraging you to indulge in humanitarian activities with humbleness and empathy. Seems like I'm a little bit shied away from that, huh? I do my best. This has been my reading. Take it how it resonates, but it's also inspired by today's birthday of an Aquarius, Wednesday, February 7th, 2023, the day of Utopia, the tiger, the chariot. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love and light.